as a kind of seafood that often appears in people's lives. Did you notice? Shrimp, huge lump of meat. It seems that they are born to be eaten. All of this, all thanks to that unique body structure. Our common shrimp. Most belong to soft-armored female animals. It's all because of their heads. There are 10 deficiencies in the chest, but these 10 deficiencies are not enough. Can also be converted into pliers, or a long-range attack pistol. Their gill, calcium. Pancreatic, heart. The reproductive system is in the same chest. The abdomen is in addition to the medium and posterior length. This is what we call shrimp line. Very strong muscles. When in danger, shrimp can quickly contract the abdomen. Do a long-distance flash. That's the skill. Help them through the years. Escape countless natural enemies. However, success is also small, and failure is also small. In front of the cruel upright biped, all their efforts to survive, it seems to be to stimulate the appetite of the latter. From our perspective, what are the characteristics of shrimp thought? Almost all point to the result of convenience cooking. I want to use a delicious shrimp. It requires almost no tools. Compared to the heaviness of shellfish and series, robust shell. What about the shells that most shrimp have? It's just like a packaging box for a piece of tender tofu. Even the way they open it is the same. As a result, they are partially with more exaggerated concave branches like scorpions. Some have saws. The number of legs and spider pens are also not much yellow. Let these in nature vehicles iron. Configuration of teeth. It doesn't work on the human food radar. Even unexpected for many people. Full of intimacy. I think it might be because the delicious taste of the shrimp itself has been deeply ingrained in us, in the DNA. Today, with all kinds of online quality disturbances, want to distinguish a shrimp. It's a very frustrating thing. Same name shrimp, in different places, sometimes just a completely different kind. To help us natural eaters, go for better crayfish. We bought it specially for this. Several common types of edible shrimp on the market, and filmed them with your own lens. Hope it helps everyone. Common edible shrimp in our lives, usually divided into two types. One of them is called prawns. The dazzling shrimp have grown their gills again, and get used to stepping on your eggs directly into the water. It means the shrimp we often eat. They are academically being regularized under the purpose of self-sia. In fact, Hypoderma can only be regarded as distant relatives. How close is it? Not even as good as lobsters and crabs. The name hyperembryoles actually comes from they are accustomed to storing their eggs. They're native to swimmers. Embrace this habit. Compared to prawns, it can be said that they are very responsible parents. As a bearer of the edible shrimp industry and the perfect ingredients that integrate economy and deliciousness, the kiwi shrimp is not actually a type of shrimp. It's a form of farming. The name also comes from the coastal area of Guangdong, Dam for the Zura Sea. It's called a few yards locally, and some prawns are raised in these circles. Hence the name several weeks shrimp. What about the southern prawns, usually the new prawns? The biggest feature? It comes from a special goose tendon on the forehead. Only the upward side is serrated, like a knife. And in the north, kiwi shrimp in people's mouths. It tends to be Penaeus vaname, also called Penaeus van Naven, South American white shrimp. They have little thorns on the underside of the river. This shrimp is bigger than a few in body color. The shrimp should be whiter. It will be bigger. The longest can grow to 32 centimeters. Due to its resistance to transportation and good adaptability to water, it is widely farmed around the world. The amount of talent can rank in the top 3 among prawns. And it turns out that this shrimp is quite capable of living. It's in the shrimp we bought this time, the oldest living one. Until now, he's alive. And also ate the second Japanese wolf prawn. That is, Japanese prawns in some old sources. Also called slub shrimp. Bamboo shrimp are like other prawns. What about Japanese wolf prawns? I really like to bury myself in the sand. This pointy guy. And at this point, it's kind of cute. It has no one, thick and ornate shell, and colorful tails. Very high value. What about this beautiful shrimp? The price is also very high. Make porcelain out of it. Well, I feel it personally. The taste is also much stronger than other prawns. You get what you pay for. In the shrimp project. And there's another hunk I have to mention, and that's Penaeus monodon. Because the body lives in aquatic plants, it is also called grass shrimp, based on individual size. The feeding environment is different. Half of the prawns will also vary in body color. Likely by this monodon shrimp, the color is dark brown, so the product name is followed by black tiger shrimp, also distributed in the Indo-Pacific coast. Compared to other objects, has a strong disease resistance. He's the largest of all the prawns. The average body length of the shrimp is between 25 and 30 centimeters, compared to the few micro shrimp mentioned earlier. Just a few laps. Therefore, it is also known as the tiger shrimp. The horse we bought is estimated to be only a few months old. Trust you. It should be at many seafood buffets. Should have seen. This is a higher grade ingredient than several shrimp. A physique that can handle strength. There's also a shrimp in Zasaya. I chose to moisten things in a silent way, stealthily integrated into our lives, as a staple food with ordinary farmers, are as different as prawns on the table. They are like the emperor's great grain, pressed into a sauce. For our soup and steamed buns in hand. Adds a unique fragrance. Although it looks inconspicuous, but indispensable, it has high nutritional value. It is the hairy shrimp in the shell of the prawn. As a pocket-sized shrimp, its maximum body size does not exceed 3 centimeters. Lifespan is usually only a few months. The main food is usually algae and some scavengers. Likes to gather near the estuary of the harbor. Often, naturally there will be a touch of red. Take them up, cook them, and dry them to make shrimp skins. It's so unfair. Obviously gave the whole city to human consumption. Why is it called shrimp skin? So if we say that the sea bit of nori is a kiwi shrimp, the sea position of the compound yamu, there is no doubt that it is a crayfish. As a shrimp that is also widely farmed. Position in major night markets. It's less panicky than the former. Duolang weighs fish maw and beer. The joint composition of barbecue flour 60 is also F4. Not only is it delicious, even the color is the red that makes the index finger popular. Just mention, it will make people unconsciously. Here I have to complain about the price of crayfish. It costs an arm and leg. There are only 20 in this plate of 69. Just shooting the mouth consumed 7 or 8. Not even a piece of noodles. It's more expensive than Zaiqinglong. I really can't afford it. His official Chinese name is Kushiwaneo shrimp. Average body length 5 to 12 centimeters. While being farmed on a large scale, it is also a well-known invasive species. I usually like to live in the rice fields, in marshes and fringed streams. What about boiled shrimp in freshwater? But it can survive in water with a small amount of salt powder. It can also withstand droughts of up to 4 months. The average lifespan can also reach 5 years. It all proves that he has strong vitality. But better than the rumor. It can survive in a variety of toxic waters. There is still a big gap. Like us, after more than a day, they all died. What about crayfish? I like to live in a clean environment. What about crayfish that live in cleanliness? It won't get dirty out of thin air, but still don't mind hunting wild crayfish. First of all, small and meatless. There are other people. His recipes are so extensive. I don't rule out corpse feces or something. Although the dry-tailed sweaty crayfish looks humiliating, but he also has a combination of elegance and beauty. Call him the big brother of the night of the sea, the American AO lobster. No matter the huge physique, still thick armor are showing. He served as a submarine AO group that boiled lobster handles. 2 teams of huge dive, repeatedly warning strangers not to enter, at your own risk. If you ignore his warnings, then his hands will itch unbearably, longing to fight. Alternate attacks on you with front left and front right. One of them is dissatisfied and insists. The muscle fibers inside can quickly expand and contract, so it can open and close quickly. It's like a saw. Easily cut through the soft skin. Mainly one-handed bleeding damage. Word output full. What about the other one? It's covered with hammer-like bumps. The internal muscles have more strength. Rely on tough brute force to directly smash armor. It's a nightmare for all the shellfish in the ocean, although it looks terrifying. But in his childhood, in fact, there is no difference between left and right AO, as he grew, according to usage habits. Point out different battle forms. The weekly lobster is huge. The longest weekly lobster roast on record. It can even exceed 60 centimeters. Average standby life. 50 times the size of the crayfish. Theoretically, you can live to be 100 years old. What about the body shape? The maximum can reach 1 meter. Although commonly known as the Boston lobster, but it's not actually made in Boston. It's not part of the lobster family. What about most Boston lobsters? In fact, they all come from Burma. The huge pile of pliers on him. It also exposed that he is the real body of the boiled lobster. Real lobster. In fact, it is classified in the family lobster without Apocinus. His most iconic feature. It's his internet mustache. Not only hard but also long. It's also covered with dense spikes. When we touch him with our hands, he'll even try to push his tentacles against our hands. This little green dragon we bought? It's officially called the rippled lobster in Chinese, in the Western Pacific. Multi-purpose distribution in northern Australia and the east coast of Africa. Hiding in crevices between rocks and coral circles during the day. Only come out at night tender. The meat of lobster is extremely delicious. Absolutely top of all shrimp. We only spent 128 yuan in the supermarket. I bought this one. The lobster that once seemed out of reach. Can't help but take it from the heart. The country has been operating these years. Great progress in aquaculture because the appearance of the crayfish is too high. We even want to raise it as a mascot. I'm going to buy him some doubles or something, as fodder. Unfortunately, he passed away after only 4 days. In memory of him, I had to make it a part of me. Never part. If you say boiled lobster and lobster, satisfy our appetite. River shrimp by Chibai. It cost our spirit. His shrimp are called long-armed shrimp. I'm looking at it, long-arm shrimp and dragon shrimp. It's just the length of the arm. But what about these long arms? In fact, it is twice as much as him. Insufficient for the first pair of steps, to assist them in ingesting food. The reason why the species of long-armed knights. There are actually 2 pairs of pliers. And this pair of big pliers, can be used by them in fights. What about our guest this time? It's the Big Mac of the long-arm knight. Freshwater long-arm prawns. This is the screwfish. What about this shrimp? Should be living in the junction of river and sea water. Until adulthood, to return to freshwater life, probably because of the unique juvenile manager. It's very aggressive. If you put it with a small fish are often lost by them. The body length can exceed 30 centimeters, subject to conditions. Find the screws we bought, just a little bit bigger than a crayfish. As soon as you enter the pool, it's like having sex with crayfish, an invasive species. Quite the temperament of one mountain is not as good as 2 tigers, and they go around cleaning up. Clean your eyes for a while, keep cleaning your feet for a while. Self-cleaning mode is always running in the background. It can be said that it is crab oil, tiger fine rest rose. It's a pity. These screwfish have really low adaptability. After only a few hours of life, it all crumbled. What about peony shrimp? This is our most distressed shrimp. Because it's not a shrimp, it's a shrimp. Like me, I bought 2 kinds of peony shrimp. This headless is the standard commercial peony shrimp. What about these shrimp? It is usually a high-power chunga shrimp shell. Hiquangjiao chunga shrimp. They also have biological enzymes in them, can break down proteins into amino acids after death. So it tastes fresh and sweet. Once heated, it does not decompose, but it is not sweet. It can be said that it is a natural sashimi. And of the 2 peony shrimp we bought, this interpretation is obvious. Not the same thing as the traditional peony shrimp we buy. Then I asked Frank the Sea King. He told me, well, this is a one-night shrimp. What about the enemy? It's capable of emitting blue-white fluorescence. He is also a Tibetan lobster. You see, nuclear power is really long, and it does taste sweet. So is his name peony shrimp considered a fraud? In addition to these common shrimp, we have another internet celebrity in this video. That's the famous pipi shrimp. Although the name is also shrimp, but pipi shrimp does not belong to silk bamboo wood at all. It is a slightly shrimp and bamboo animal. And ordinary shrimp is not a yigang at all. What about the relationship with ordinary shrimp? It's like the relationship between humans and ducks with thick legs. We bought it, it's just species of grilled shrimp mushroom mouse and shrimp mushroom shell. Look at his breasts, there are only 3 pairs. Part. There are 5 pairs of small hooks in front of his tribe. The size of D345 is called a table sleeper. You can hold your eggs. The second pair is called the hunters. Is his main offensive weapon. It looks a bit like the capture clan under Tang Seng. But towards the opposite direction? What about Scythe? The pig hunt has powerful cutting power. Fishing, hunters can shoot through the stars. You know what? Pipi shrimp in the vertical form also uses a sickle. It's just that he doesn't usually open it. I like elbowing. He had a fierce temperament. It's a brutal hunter at the bottom of the sea, and the long part behind him. There are 5 teams of swimmers. You see when he's still? They're dialing back and forth. Because he's still respiratory. What about the super long abdomen? Let pipi shrimp. It also has oversized edible parts. But pay attention when eating. Do not insist on lengthening your hands. In the long river of history, shrimp meets human. May Day is a romantic event. During our time with shrimp, learned a lot that only exists. Knowledge of food. I tried a lot of new things. After experiencing hard work and joy together, the most wonderful farewell. Hope you enjoy them next time. And you'll think about your brief encounter with them today. Although everyone saw this video, it's almost June. But what about the previous and undelivered orders? I received it before the Chinese New Year. I know it has a lot to do with my positioning. I also know that my business is not easy to cash in, but I think one must look forward. I really like visual arts, so I bought a lot of equipment. I hope I can use my own lens, through real footage, to add some interest to the cold knowledge, help everyone solve the problem of understanding common organisms. Instead, I can't find a clear material, limited by inland conditions and filming experience. This issue also leaves a lot of regrets. For example, we want to buy Brother White shrimp. I ended up buying Chen's rice shrimp. In fact, it's the Heiha shrimp we use to raise Qingdao. I still need to do better in the future. Please like it. Coin follow. Everyone's encouragement is the best way to support me.